Karens will complain about people playing their music too loud, then proceed to play Candy Crush on full volume in a waiting room and just not care. My husband and I have shopped here consistently for 2 years, but we will use a different location from now on. They will literally lock the doors right in your face if you show up 2 minutes after closing. I mean, come on, it's already closed, but we deserve to get in. What do you do when you go to a restaurant and your waiter is an atheist? Normally I'll pay without leaving a tip and write a bad review on Google. This past weekend I decided to be more proactive. I ordered the chicken livers, and when the atheist brought it to the table, I insisted that I had ordered steak. I made that loser take it back to the kitchen and make me a steak. Then I complained to the manager about the atheist and skipped out on the bill. Establishments need to be taught it's not okay to hire atheists. You're gonna burn in hell that you believe in, just FYI. I was looking up reviews for the movie we went to see last night and thought this was hilarious. If I could rate it a 0, I would. Jump scares made me spill my slushie twice. Natalie was so pathetic. Horrible, ugly girl. A little girl like her should not be saying the B word. All this movie does is promote exorcisms. I am a nun myself, and I feel deeply disrespected. It puts a bad persona on nuns, and my child is now scared of me. She refused to get in the car because she thought I was, and I quote, taken by the devil to be bad. Family dinner will now consist of her screaming because she is terrified of her own mother. Otherwise, the plot lacked a lot of details, and the storyline, because I can't spell, did not stay consistent. Very disappointed and disturbed at the writers of this unrealistic movie. My daughter's name is also Natalie, which makes it worse. Is this for like the Oh, Pray for the Devil. Okay, I didn't see this movie, I'm not gonna lie. 90 scientists, we cloned a sheep. We landed a robot on Mars. Scientists say, for the last time, the Earth is round. I mean, that is kind of funny. Space Karen, Elon sucks. He'll suck you better than a vacuum cleaner. Karen wanted to chill, so she switched off the annoying oxygen machine twice. 72-year-old turns off the bed neighbor's oxygen machine in the hospital. Wow, that is top-tier stupidity. What is a Karen called in Europe? I don't know what. American, my European dad. My American mom, me. In case of emergency, oxygen masks will drop down in front of you. You can't force me to wear a mask. I want to speak with the plane manager. When you call the Avengers, but they send the one from Wakanda. Oh God, not that one. If you bully a kid name just because her name is Karen, then not only are you potentially setting her up to live up to your stereotype, you are acting like an actual Karen yourself. Well, you're not wrong. Mailed to our store today. Dear, you are the only store in this plaza with a check your bag sign. That is an insult to your customers. I could go and just take it down. What are you talking about? Please do not enter if you have any symptoms of COVID-19, racism, or homophobia. You're gonna lose a lot of business, but I stand by your decision. A Karen who lives near a mutual fire department of mine. To whom it may concern, whoever is driving the fire truck for practice non-emergency runs through the hours of 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. nightly. I would kindly ask you to stop. You are disturbing and waking people in the neighborhood off of Lead Mine Road. I personally live on Longwood Drive, which is directly off Lead Mine Road, and to me, more specific, at the bottom of Lead Mine, near the intersection of Millbrook Road. Your station fire truck wakes me up every night. Okay, yeah, they're practicing, so when your house on fire, they can get there in under 5 minutes. But no, okay, fine, we're gonna stop practicing, but we're not coming to your house anymore. I threw my coffee at an employee because the order was wrong, and then he punched me. He had been sent to the hospital for burns, but now my family want to sue. How can we approach this? By emptying your bank accounts, you're gonna get sued, and you're gonna lose. Karen goes after God. Lawsuit against God. Actual suits. In 1970, Arizona lawyer Russell T. Tanzi filed a suit against God on behalf of his secretary, Betty Penrose, seeking $100,000 in damages. Penrose blamed God for his negligence allowing a lightning bolt to strike her house. When God failed to turn up in court, Penrose won the case by default, but no one ever paid. So I go into the post office today and get in line behind this older chap, maybe 50 to 60. Boomer, I said it. And it's just him and me in the post office with one cashier. Whatever he needs to ship is going to cost him $2.50 more than he expected, and apparently that is his breaking point. He is yelling and cussing this poor woman out about how the scam the USPS is running and refusing to pay. Now, I being extremely well off at the moment, happen to have a spare $5 bill on me. I reach around him, slap it on the counter, and just as chipper as could be, told him I'd be glad to pay for it and was about to say Merry Christmas when the gentleman lost his ever-loving crap. You think I can't afford $2.50? Look at me, I can afford $2.50. So he flings my money onto the floor, pays with a 50, and leaves shooting me death glares the entire time. Dude, just die already. So the Hubs and I went out to eat and grabbed some drinks at Outback. There were plenty of empty tables, but the hostess told us it would be about 15 minutes. After about 10, we decided to order drinks. 15 minutes was fast approaching, and no table yet. I asked to speak to the manager. He came out and told us it might be a couple more minutes. I told him that the drinks should be on the house since we had to wait so long. And after some discussion back and forth, the drinks ended up not on the house, but on him literally. I threw my beer on his shirt. Then he had the nerve to send another manager, female, to do his dirty work and ask us to leave, which was very unprofessional and unmanly of him. What a butt hat. To top it all off, I had to pay cash meant for my son's school lunch, so they wouldn't get my name from my credit card. Or you could have just, paid with your card and not splash people with beer. I ordered 60 or so sushi rolls because I thought they were in sale, but it turned out to be something else that was on sale. But anyways, I was also with my kids, so we were all eating sushi. Then they gave me the bill and I saw it over $100, which I didn't have. And since me and my kids hadn't eaten 30 or so of the sushi rolls, I told the waitress I'd give back the sushi for a refund of all of the sushi we didn't eat. She refused. It should be every restaurant's policy that the customer is always right. Always. So then I had to leave my kids at the restaurant and had to drive to the nearest ATM and get enough money for the bill. This is not okay. I will not be returning anytime soon. Yeah, just don't. Vegans block access for customers wanting milk in 4 UK cities. Just reach over and grab it. They're probably calcium deficient, easily overpowered. If they were in front of me, I would legit just grab it. They cannot stop me. What are they going to do? Assault me? Cool. Typical. Yeah, of course. Every Walmart has this aisle. When a Karen calls the cops because your Halloween yard decor is too realistic. It's just a Halloween thing. Calm down. Imagine if it wasn't there, then the Karen would be right. Posted the video of my Amazon package getting stolen. Explained to Green why I don't have the app. Karen got mad that I had, breaks at work. Amazon notifies me as soon as it is dropped off. I don't download the app because I'm worried I'll shop when I'm bored at work, so I only order on my home computer. Do you get paid to order personal things at work? If not, you are stealing from your boss by fooling around on his time. Woman refuses to wear masks because pants don't block fart smells. I mean, that's insane, but also, interesting point and hill to die on. Why are there so many videos of freakouts at fast food restaurants? You are getting a meal for $1 within 60 seconds and you still find something to scream about? Calm down, buddy. This tool store seems ready and willing to deal with Karens. Ashes of problems, customers. You know how they end up in here? We bash you over the head with this one and fill the next one with you. Dear every cashier in America, the proper response to thank you is you're welcome, not no problem, and you're supposed to thank me. Millennials are so entitled. Actually, let me just sum this all up. You're welcome is is your way of saying it. Us saying no problem is like saying, hey, it was no problem. You don't have to thank me. You can have a nice day. That's this entire paragraph summed up for you, buddy. Imagine this being your mom. Asking for a friend. Okay. I love my 7-year-old son's name, Andrew, but I hate his nickname, Andy. When we named him Andrew, we agreed to only use the long version and never the nickname. We moved over the summer and somehow he has become Andy in his new school. I made an appointment with the teacher to discuss the situation. She apologized and said that she would call him Andrew. She said she would make one class announcement. As you can imagine, this has been totally inefficient. All the kids are still calling him Andy. Andy, Andy, Andy. You need to get a life, dude. This is rust. It's caused by oxygen and called oxidation. We breathe oxygen every day. If it can do this to a chain, just imagine what it can do to your lungs. Share to help raise awareness about the dangers of oxygen. Write that down. Write it down. Level up to 36 Karen. And Susan. Trading holding manager card. It's Karen man. Gotta burn 'em all. Karen man. Am I a joke to you, Karen? Am I? This is not funny. The baby named Karen is predicted to go extinct in just a few more years. God, I hope so. It's just an ugly name, to be honest. No offense to any Karens, but it's a gross name. Cougar's also a gross name. Kind of like also my brother's name, Scott. It's the name of a toilet paper brand. Name your kid something cool like Golf or Mango or Xavier. We got Happy Meals from McDonald's today for lunch. Pokemon cards were the prize. I knew Pokemon was demonic even when my son was little, but never saw the cards up close and personal. Wow, energy is attached and is even capitalized like it's defied? Oh my god, the Pokemon cards are gonna corrupt my son's mind. A lady just sat down and the first thing out of her mouth was, I'll get a water, no ice, because I doubt you're following COVID regulations with your ice. And it was at this moment that I realized Karens have been reloaded with a whole new set of ammunition. Yes, the worst thing to come out of Rona time. Today, I read a post in ND from a person originally talking about service dogs being in stores, which prompted many replies. My issue is that the discussion about dogs evolved into a debate about Karen terminology. My name is Karen and has been for 857 months. Wow, that is an interesting way to say time. It breaks my heart that my name has and still is being used as a label to denote very bad behavior of certain individuals. Please use some other label, some other adjective. I don't deserve this kind of false recognition. Sorry, Karen. If vaccines were healthy, you could put it on a spoon and eat it. Try it, you'll die. If broccoli was healthy, you could put it in a syringe and inject it into your bloodstream. Try it, you'll die. Probably. My boss offered me a 40% increase in my salary and a big promotion. I turned him down. Why? I don't want to be handed something. I want to earn it. Maybe I'm just built different. No, you freaking idiot. Take it. A woman gets on a plane. She sits next to a family she believes is Latin. She believes it is okay to ask them if they're smuggling cocaine. She's asked to leave the plane, refuses and bites and kicks the police officer. Don't know when things will ever be even, but I guarantee you'll never hear a Puerto Rican ask a Caucasian in an airplane if they're trafficking, because they know we are. Neighbor stopped me while I was walking my dog and told me I shouldn't walk her without bags. I pulled out the container of bags I always carry. She immediately pivoted to saying I should carry the bags in the open so she knows I have them. No, it's not my responsibility to let you know I have them. A woman who has never had a job accused woman of not wanting to work. Kim Kardashian yelling, "Get off your butt and work," to the Indonesian children putting her makeup kits together. Watch out for people following you home. She said the gate must close completely before the next car enters and claims I tailgated her. So she followed me to my house and verbally assaulted me and would not leave my property when I asked her to. Sharing for others to stay safe and watch for this woman. Or just call the cops. They tell me trespassing and press charges. Kids, play video games, Karens. Wouldn't that make them a serial killer? Just like Pokemon cards. Restaurants are reopening soon for dine-in service. The owners and employees are stressed. Please don't go and complain about minor things. Please don't go if you're not going to tip. Please don't go if you are going to hassle them about the new rules. If you can't be nice, don't go. That is all. The customer got very angry at me today. I made her mocha to go by accident, and now she's never coming back. Thanks to my actions. I told him as an expert in the field I strongly recommend wearing it, but he just kept bringing up his rights, and now he's getting stung to death. Alright, Jim, seems fine to me. Okay, every transatlantic flight I've been on, 6 so far this year, has one organizer, Karen, who just has to move people around so she can sit with her partner/teen kids. We bought our seats in advance. Ain't moving for no one. It's your right not to move, but like most time I'm like, if it's another aisle seat and I'm not sitting next to a really heavy person, because I like my armrest, or a baby, I'm fine moving. I don't really care. Sit down, buckle up, and shut the frick up. Stop asking the other passenger to change their seats just because you failed to plan ahead. There's no harm in asking. The worst they can say is no, but if they say no, respect it. It's that simple. People are allowed to ask. There's nothing wrong with that. I was negligent. My dog died, but it's your fault. Tastes good, but will kill your dog. One single piece of this gum, enough. Wow. Okay, so maybe, don't throw your gum on the ground. I'm not gonna read all this, because you know what? It's just her complaining about how there's also, don't eat gum. Don't eat gum. There's a lot of microplastics in there and rubbers. Seriously, don't eat gum. It's bad for you. Street song, I saw to die. Karen. Gaston. I hope Gaston beats up Karen. Before you guys yell at me for being stupid and dyslexic in the comments, try reading this yourself. It is all over the place grammar-wise. There's a mistake in the first sentence. Entitled Karen asked me to cater her brat on a plane. Or Carter. I don't care or know. It happened on my last holidays. I took a trip to UK to go see my family. I saw a woman with the old Karen haircut boarding with her child. I knew it was fine because he was not a goddamn baby that would cry all flight. When I got to my seat, I found that I was beside of the Karen. Yes, beside of the Karen. I didn't say a word. On the seats, there are screens that allow us to watch films or even see the progress of the flight. When we took off, Spoiled Brat was really interested in my screen. Though I was watching Top Gun Maverick, that kid wanted to watch this film too. Instead of watching it on his personal screen, he sat in front of me and blocked the vision. I took it up and put it back into the seat. It started to cry like its life depended on it. The Karen quickly calmed it down and yelled at me to tell her child to watch films on my screen. That doesn't make sense. I argued back to turn on his screen so it could watch whatever it wanted. It was the wrong thing to say. She called a flight attendant and argued with the poor lady. I seized that opportunity to get a drink, and I think I saved that poor lady who had nothing to do with the incident. For the Karen, she had to pay a fine for her kid who ended up breaking my screen. For me, I had a few money left. See, I'm not stupid. I'm sorry. Nope. He got an upgrade, and he calls the Karen karma at the end. There's here's the whole story. If the government is silencing people and hiding the truth about everything, how'd you find out the truth in 15 minutes on the toilet browsing Facebook with your 4th glass of wine in your hand, Karen? Or Linda? Male Karen friend who will not be getting a happy birthday from me. Well, as of right now at midnight tonight, my Facebook will be going from 290 friends to about 10 to 15 friends. Thank you to the 10 people that have wished me a happy birthday. This dude looks like a Karen. I zoomed in on his profile picture. Hi, old lady who stole our doormat. You should probably just bring it back. That's super weird and you're way too old for this crap. Stop stealing doormats. Ban the Yulgrass Beer Festival. Do your part as a citizen of Golden to counteract the glamorization of alcoholism by not going to the beer festival. Golden is a family-oriented town and will not be introduced to alcohol/marijuana activities or events that promote them. Keep alcohol/drug activities and their associated people out of Golden to keep our family safe. Christian mom moves to town where the largest brewery in the world likes to drink beer. What? Warning, due to a shortage of competent robots, some of our staff are humans and can react unpredictably when abused. Oh, unpredictably, you say. You mean completely justified when people scream at you at the checkout aisle. The other day, I asked this gentleman if he had a mask in his pocket as he walked past the bar without one. As I walked up to take his drink order, I slid one of our disposable masks to him as he stood up to tell me he was going to smoke. I said, that's fine, but if you're up and moving, I need you to wear a mask. He started a fire on my bar with my tip. He tried to start a fire on the patio. I had to physically put out a fire over a freaking mask. I hate it here. Guys, if you don't want to wear a mask, just don't go to the restaurant. Just drink at home. I charge my family for Christmas dinner, even my 3-year-old grandkids. Okay, listen. This might seem insane, but maybe you should, because some people take that stuff for granted. Cooking takes a long time, especially like a family dinner. Before I cheated on him, things were amazing. After I cheated, it changed. How was I supposed to know there'd be consequences to my actions? Good afternoon, ladies. What can I start you off with today? Coffee, cocktails, the manager. Karen's, neighbor 3, responses to someone's post about their vehicle being stolen and totaled on the Ring Neighbors app. Our car was stolen outside of our house, 2019 Hyundai Sonata. They broke a window and took it for a joyride, ended up crashing and totaling it downtown. Be safe for running and keep an eye out on your cars. I am so sorry this happened to you and I hope your insurance company makes everything better in due time. But this choice, BOF vehicle, has been all over the internet news outlets for 1+ years now. This should have never been your first or second choice for a vehicle. If I had one or a family member with one, it would have been traded immediately. They're #1 targets for thieves. Don't ever buy Hyundai or Kia. Well, don't buy Hyundai or Kias because they're just crappy cars. A blind woman was told to get her freaking dog off a bus by a pastor who didn't believe guide dogs could be any other color than yellow. The vest is yellow or red, dummy. It doesn't have to be a golden retriever. Oh my God. Does your boss know you joke about design industry on Twitter? Yeah, he does. If you'd like to contact him, however, please feel free to at this number. Hey, my name's Blank from the recruitment agency Blank Media. I was wondering if you knew about your employer, Tommy Mason, and his Twitter material. I am my own boss, you wet wipe, Tommy. I liked you, Tommy. Can we be friends, please? I'm lonely and I need a sassy buddy. Karen blames the army and the state firefighters to cause the fire they're trying to extinguish because they're using diesel vehicles. I watch in astonishment as a fire truck passed by Gov Twitter and the army Twitter with fossil fuels aggravating the situation they are trying to improve. Crazy climate change hashtags. Thank you to all who risk their lives putting out fires, Army Twitter, and firefighters from Gov using fossil fuel vehicles, which consequently is the multiplication of fires. I just am praying that Elon Musk bought Twitter to tank it so it goes away, because Twitter gives stupid people too much power, including myself.
I think we know who this sign is for. Do not throw cigarette butts in the river. The ducks are getting cancer. Yeah, I feel like if you're over the age of 8 and you're littering still, come on, man. Let's figure it out. Young Karen on Instagram makes a post asking her followers to help her harass people at a Pride event this weekend. Then a week later, she complains that 2 gay customers didn't tip her at work. Who wants to come with me to the Pride Parade in Charlotte this month on the 19th or 20th, just asking questions like Jesus did, no big signs or microphones, lol, or praying for people who want it, and if we don't get to talk to a single person just walking around, praying for the area and people that are there. I think Blank said she'd come with as well. We'll probably only be going if we get at least a couple more people to come as well. Oh, why? Because you're scared? Hello, y'all. So I just wanted to say how disturbing it is for how many half-naked people I see on people's phone screens when I walk up to tables. It's very odd. Like, what y'all doing at a public place, man? So today I had two guys who were openly gay. Loved and treated them the same as every other table, as you should. For all y'all Reddit people who want to get on here and stalk me and post my stuff, I get shown it, okay? They were not harassed like you say how I'm gonna treat all the gay people at the Pride March this weekend. So carry on with your day. Love you all, though, for all you homies hopping on to post your content about us Christians. Anywho, so the whole time they were eating, they were flashing half-naked pictures of people to each other. To one was absolutely naked and talking very loudly about it. Then they also didn't tip me nothing. But yeah, good day overall, other than those images. Have a good day, friends. I'll take shit that didn't happen for 5 million. Yeah, what? Who? No one does that. Like, not even gay people. Karen Cafe. Well, I don't want to go there. I don't know about you guys. I am Karen. I don't hold grudges. I remember facts. Yeah, and I am Iron Man. It's Margot Robbie. I don't like that on press tour she's using her Aussie accent as if to let others know she's a good actress or something, because her American English sounds fine. Is she here on a working visa? She lives and works in Hollywood, and that's where she gets her massive income from. Drop the accent. Do you know where Margot Robbie was born? Nike Air Karens. Just get me your manager. Available wherever pumpkin spice lattes, Arbor Mist apple wine, and Victorian vampire novels are sold. Congratulations to you both. Awesome. Congratulations. Oh, how wonderful. Congratulations. You're all woke. Sad world we live in. It's spelled your. If you're going to be a hater, you can at least get it right. They're right. Also, congratulations. Karen blocks view from cheap seats at Reds game. I mean, it kind of looks like there's more than just people blocking your view. There's a big railing there and yeah, these seats aren't great, but I feel like they are certainly not helping. Even after Ken and Karen were politely told they were blocking the view, they continued to block the cheap seat view for 2 innings. Oh, that's even worse. Met the ultimate Karen today while paying my taxes. She lives, she laughs, she loves, and her name is Karen. Yeah, everything checks out here. Karens, after successfully destroying a minimum wage employee's career, I'll finally rest and watch the sun rise on a grateful universe. New, Mississippi Senator Kathy Kism is calling for the state to bring back its old Confederate-themed state flag. A lot of our people fought and died under that flag, the Union County Republican said at a political rally. Yeah, a lot of people did fight and die under that flag, but everyone who lived, they lost, like fucking hard. Please don't use this lawn service. They started at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning with the leaf blower. They are still at it at 10:35. 10 o'clock doesn't seem that early? Yeah, no, it's really not. Karen gets angry that animals exist. Huh? I'm sick and tired of all these cats getting on top of my brand new truck and laying on it. They need to do more than just fix the cats. There's still an abundance of stray cats and people who let their cats roam, and I'm sick of them being up on top of my vehicles. It's getting out of hand. Not to assume that you have a garage, but have you considered using your garage if you have one? Or if it really bothers you that much, you can probably just get like a tarp to put over your car. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal unless the cat's like pissing and shitting and puking on your car. Just get a grip. Make up your mind, Karen. I posted this on Facebook last year. Cashier makes a tiny insignificant mistake. Dumbass customer. What are you doing? That's not what you're supposed to do, you dumbass. I bet I could do your job better than you. Store creates self-checkout stations. The same dumbass customer. What the hell is this? It's not our job to pack our own groceries. Which one is it? Damn, Karen. Save some racism for the rest of us. Woo! I don't know how to whistle, but I would have just done a long one right there. That is, wow. Let me get a look at this. Naturally, we got Trump 2024, lol, Police Lives Matter, FYB, SAV, with Confederate flags. I don't know what those mean. One Nation Under God, Screw Attack, protecting your right to protect yourself. Jesus Christ. Sugar Tit, ban the Klan, not the flag. All right, well, that's like half decent. Like, at least you're not a Klan member, but then I see the BLM sticker and I'm like, all right, but you're sending me mixed messages here, Karen. No way. She's gonna ask for the manager. With a hairdo like that? Yeah, I'm hearing it right now. So basically, if my children and I are working at the farmer's market on Saturday, October 14th, they will be forced to listen to this till market closes. This event starts at 10:30 a.m. It's PG-13, but in a heavily populated public space. That makes no sense. Time to call the mayor's office. You can check out the video and look up the bands and their lyrics, clearly demonic. And who is in charge of picking the ratings for music? Hashtag pray for Jackson, hashtag get back Satan. Oh no, I sure hate that. Doesn't seem to go with Jackson's awesome farmer's market. This is awful. I do not know know the context or what they're even talking about. My expression as a Karen explains how the rapture is coming in 2 months, but I'll be spared because I did her a minor favor just to get rid of her. My expression as soon as she left. Question: if you have a sidewalk that runs in front of your house, is the part of the sidewalk at the end of your driveway public or your private property? If someone was standing at the end of your driveway on the sidewalk part, can you technically ask them to leave your property, or does it belong to everyone? Asking for a friend. Oh boy, it's time for Karen Bingo. Got a couple of categories here, let's take a look. Workforce: I'll get you fired, or why did this place hire someone like you? Something along the lines of the customer's always right. I want to speak to the manager. Classic. You just lost a valuable customer. Refuses to pay for items. Lifestyle and family: I'm a single mom. Think about the children. Give that to my child. Non-vaccinated kids, or anti-vax. Speak English, or this is America. This should stop. It mildly inconveniences my family, aka just her. Miscellaneous: I'm not blank, but says something that says otherwise. Threatens to call police. Entitled, free space. Scam in any shape or form. I know more than you, who is a professional in that field or someone experienced. Religious: homophobic or something negative about LGBTQIA++, something about someone going to hell. I follow the biblical narrative as an excuse. Something about Satan, or that's Satan, the devil. We go to church. Social media: I have a X number of followers. Bonus: do you know who I am before this? I'll pay an exposure or my followers will not come here. Facebook group of fellow mothers, Karens. Facebook used to back up claims. Records your vile behavior to post on social media. What do y'all think of my drawing? I think it looks like an 80s horror movie poster. Oh, Jesus Christ. Psycho Karen. Yeah, that's it's the spin-off of Psycho no one saw coming. Why is everyone so sensitive? What if everyone just shut up and stopped crying? Yeah, practice what you preach. Good afternoon, ladies. What can I start you off with today? Coffee? Cocktails? The manager? This is not funny. This is the face of an alcoholic, huge pupil Karen. It's why she's twice as crazy and has random yelling outbursts in a professional setting. The sales girls can't even look me in the eye. Earlier, I was in the dressing room of my favorite upscale resale shop, trying on dresses and listening to the rap station they had on. I thought it was an odd choice, but didn't have a problem until an X-rated, unedited DMX song came on with the N-word, D-word, P-word, and all sorts of horrible lyrics. I yelled from the dressing room, "Really? Do you think this song is appropriate?" Then I came out wearing a dress not even zipped up in the back and unleashed my inner alpha female. God. Excuse me, do you think this song matches our clientele? The words are very inappropriate. Could you skip this song, please? A pink-haired girl finally looks up and says she can switch the station. I thank her and return to the dressing room where she proceeds to play the rest of the entire song. I'm in the dressing room yelling, "Really?" By now my inner Latina is all fired up. Finally, the station is changed to 90s alternative. I buy all 4 dresses and a clutch purse. As I'm checking out, I say, "Thank you for switching the station. Good choice." Pink-haired girl ignores me, fair enough. Then I explain to the blonde-haired girl that the DMX song was just over the top. She says, "Have a good day, no apology." I wish them a good weekend, but they can't even look me in the eye. I wouldn't either. How do I destroy nature that is interfering with my walks in nature? I walk my dogs around blank pond and I've noticed the pond is being taken over by lily pads. Is there anything that can be done to get rid of them? Why are you so meticulous with everything in your life? Why do you have to control everything and make it what you want? Have you considered you could just let some things be? I don't know. Life is full of things you can't control, unfortunately, but this person was not taught that ever. Do you know where your teenagers are? We attend a gym at blank and have found many of the teenagers making out in their cars in the parking garage. Just thought we'd let parents know. I think it's really weird that you're watching teenagers make out in cars. Karen from down the street looks through my trash, complaining that it's out the night before trash day. I leave for work at 4:30. Go f*** yourself. If you have a problem with me putting the trash out because it's gonna get picked up the next day because that makes goddamn sense, actually up yours. Leave me alone. Stop. Car beeps need to stop or I'm calling the cops. Stop locking your cars after 8 p.m. Some of us have small children and would appreciate it if you'd lock your car without the beep beep noise before 8 p.m. If it's not an option, then at least disarm the beep beep noise from under your hood. I've heard from numerous neighbors, myself included, it's unwanted and unneeded. Once you have parked your car, lock it and be done. It's not an all-night routine unless you're coming to my home to put my children back to sleep or you're hiding drugs in your car. So please stop. I already have one neighbor on my radar for drugs and I will call the police if it continues. Have some respect. There are families that live here. Thanks. No shit, there are families that live there. Why are you so obsessed with everyone? Just focus on yourself. Stay in your lane. Says she's gonna call the manager. Calls the cops instead. Scientifically proven facts. Karen's Facebook feed about alternative medicine. Full Karen. 25 shots. Oh, it's fireworks. I was like, is this like a book series or like movies? No. Those that shoots flaming balls. These are the Karens who sued over student debt relief and ruined it for all of us. Big time. You. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Ew, I stepped in shit. Karens. Hi, customer. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Name, and I am the owner of the restaurant in town. First off, I would like to thank you kindly for your email apologizing for your actions. Obviously, this 2-star review that you decided to leave chastening our team is truly indicative of how sorry you are for how you treated our female serving staff. When one of our guests has an issue, we always try our best to resolve it in the moment. We are reasonable people, and we just want to provide people with a good time. When mistakes happen, as can happen in everyday life, we always look to learn from them, grow from them, and make it right. This message is not about that. This message is about a man who is obviously not in control of his emotions and who actively chooses to take out that anger on women because he thinks he can. How utterly pathetic. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you have daughters, I hope they are never subjected to something like this by anyone ever. If there is a medical reason to explain your actions, please let me know. Otherwise, if you yelling and belittling our female staff was caused by nothing more than your need to make others feel small so that you can feel big, you and your underperforming prefrontal cortex can consider yourself officially banned from this establishment. If you ever decide that you should enter this establishment again, please believe me when I say that I will personally escort you out by the ear myself. If you require any further communication, my personal cell number is blank. If you would rather meet up in person, I would be extremely happy to do that in location of your choosing. Kindly, owner's name, owner, restaurant, town. Just heard fireworks. Better post on the community page ASAP. Yeah, hey, anyone else hear those extremely loud objects that you couldn't hear otherwise unless you're deaf?
Slippin' Karen. We need to have a group meeting. The littering in the streets is getting ridiculous. The other day, I went outside yelling at the neighborhood black kids, and I slipped and fell on a plastic water bottle. Those dumb kids. My local Mexican restaurant near the affluent burbs has a Karen salad. Karen salad, carrots, red onion, Roman lettuce, spinach, cucumbers, feta cheese, avocado, cherry tomatoes, and croutons served with Chipotle ranch dressing. And of course, no, you can't talk to the manager. Karen is sad that teenagers live in our town who would dare to walk on the road near her house. Last night around 10:30 p.m., 2 kids walked down blank road towards blank past my driveway. Kid was talking on the phone, arranging for his buddy to pick him up, saying, "I'm blank, I know where I am, my house is nearby." Sent the dog out to bark at them, and they ran, and I yelled after they started running. Stealth them and watch them get in their buddy's car by blank, maybe a burgundy blazer. Keep your eyes and ears open, and your doors locked. I'm sad. This person lives in this town. Lady at Starbucks went ballistic when they said they were out of cinnamon. When I ordered my espresso, I quietly said, "My name is Cinnamon." Karen versus dog owner. I was taking my dog to the park, and as we walked by the playground, a couple kids ran up to my dog, who loves kids. He was a minor celebrity to the kids at the park, so I kneeled down so I could hold his harness and be in eye level with the kids, and they patted him. And then after a couple kid anecdotes and telling me about their dogs, I stood up to walk off, and had a woman follow me all the way to the dog section and threatened to call the cops if I ever did that again. So naturally, I did it as I left, and sure enough, she went and got the officer who stopped by the park on his patrol. After asking me a handful of questions, he told her to frick off. It's insane how brainwashed our culture is against men interacting with children in public. Open spaces in a completely safe way. Like my dog wanted to talk to the kids. Not me. The dog did, man. The dog's the real criminal. When a problematic blacklisted guest decides to leave you a hotel review. Aw, crap. Here we go again. My kids and husband hate vegetables, so your recipe is garbage. Hi, Luna and the Little Luna team. I'd like to inform you about this atrocity that is this recipe. It was absolutely disgusting, and as said by my husband and kids, they hated the carrots and the flavor, and it didn't help that they hate veggies. I was counting on this recipe to work since the technically sweet carrots, but they felt that I was tricking them and lying. No one cares. No one cares, Emily. You're terrible, terrible, terrible person. Found in my town's Facebook group. There are some things I would like to see here that needs to be changed in 2023. Have all rental property yards mowed and kept. Have seen so many rental properties where the grass is not mowed. Okay. Ban all fireworks. Enforcement of curfew. Here are some things I would like to see here that needs to be changed in 2023. Mind your own damn business, lady. When your neighbor won't stop looking over the fence and mind their own business. Long neck Karen, be aware, it's a long neck Karen. Found this on a review for Nintendo Switch Esports. Parents of little ones beware. We've had this game for 2 months, and it's one my kid plays daily. They love playing against each other, and occasionally we all get to play. It's not as fun as Wii Sports used to be, but we have a really fun time all together. Bowling is our favorite. I had no complaints about the game until tonight, when one of the rewards of bowling is the league was demons. Demons! Oh my god, the demons! I'd like to speak to the manager and the police. I'd like to speak to the police manager. Christmas card from my Aunt Karen. Just a little happy to help with some Christmas cheer. P.S. There are no nice restaurants where you live. The cashier touched my bottle. Cashiers in small convenience stores should not be offended when a customer wants to hold the bottle under the scanner and not be touched by the cashier. But instead, twice in the same store in the north end of bar, we're offended, and instead of thanking me and asking if I wanted anything else, I was insulted by those cashiers. Yes, I responded in kind. Really interesting. Do you have any idea how many people have touched, sneezed, simply breathing on any item in the store? So you holding it to the scanner is not helping you in any way to avoid germs if that is what you were trying to do. No, she just doesn't like probably the color of the person's skin because it's a Karen. Well, what do you know? Group of Karens try to skip out on a restaurant bill over Hollandaise sauce. Is this accurate, guys? Yeah, it is. It is. Watch out. Be careful out there. They are shipping now. Oh, dear God, they're coming in droves. It's like Amazon, but bad. Found this in a Dutch store. Conversational. Yes, that is the Karen wig. Meet Karen the Bridezilla. Help, I need advice. My fiance and I are having lots of issues right now. We can't stop fighting, and I don't know what to do. I quit my job because wedding planning was taking up so much time, and my fiance is refusing to get a second job. He doesn't understand that I don't have time to get ready for work, drive to work, but somewhere else all day, and drive home. I need to be home to plan the wedding. I'm trying to find a job from home, but it's difficult. I asked him to get a second job, and he won't. It really pisses me off because we are spending $80,000. Don't spend any money on wedding. You know what a wedding costs? Like $60 at the town hall. There you go, problem solved. Number 1 alpha male that claimed depression was weakness, complains over inconvenience. Andrew Tate says his jail cell in Romania is dark and infested with cockroaches and lice. Bet he wish he was still bald. Standing up to Karens. I wish more businesses back their staff this way. Be kind or leave. Many of our staff have been through a lot in the past year. If you can't treat them with the same courtesy and respect that they give to you, we kindly ask you take your business elsewhere. Thank you, management. Goodbye. The OG male Karen. It's late, damn it. Also, Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza. I'm done singing the song. I present to you Amityville Karen, found on Tubi. Oh my God. So many poor innocent employees were yelled at in this film. This gargoyle would like to speak to the manager. Seeing someone who is clearly sick literally pulls their mask down to speak to you more clearly. Can you not hear me in my jams? The Rock went to speak to your manager. Dwayne Johnson, I'd like to speak to the manager. His group wasn't seated fast enough and now he's furious. He didn't think they had any business being on the property. Me in the last 20 minutes of the work. Male Karen that came into the office to tell me he rode an elevator with a black couple and he thinks they saw him enter his access code, so I need to monitor his code actively from now on. Yeah, alright. Yeah, totally, definitely gonna do that, psychopath. Tell me you don't know how to park without telling me you don't know how to park. That right there is a male Karen with a small wiener, if I do say so myself. Karen from the D&D Monster Manual. My God, it'll suck your soul out. I like that its strength is only 12. It has pretty crappy stats, actually. Guest appearance on Dr. Phil. Oh, yeah, that's great. Also, the show got canceled recently, and I'm kind of all for that. No more Cash Me Outside. How about that, girls? I am doomed. Today, I finally realized my own mother is a Karen. She complained that when at McDonald's, the drive-thru workers scammed her because they added ice that she didn't ask for. She yelled at them to get a free drink. Please send help. If you don't ask for ice, I get it. My brother has sensitive teeth. He can't drink stuff with ice. It hurts his mouth. Just send it back. It's that simple. Be like, hey man, I can't drink ice. Can you just take it back? Like, it's that simple. I don't understand. You don't gotta yell over it. Hit me with your cart. I'm hitting you back. Woman, say mid-50s, ran into my butt with her shopping cart. BS. She is rushed to self-checkout. This am. What the hell was that sentence? Asked her if she meant to grab a handful and she said nothing and went on her way. I smacked her cart on my way out and she snarls, "Excuse you!" To which my youngest sibling laughs in her face and we keep walking. She is mad, staring us down, and as we're laughing like buttholes, like she hit me to the point I was jolted forward, ignored me asking her about it, but expects me to apologize for doing the same to her cart. Where do these people come off? They're entitled. That's what. They're at Walmart and entitled. That's where it comes off. Can you just please learn a little bit better grammar? That was incredibly hard to read. Entitled birthday Karen. Dear friends, every year I make it a point to make my birthday special. Not just for me, but to accommodate each and every one of you. I put in so much time and effort into making sure that you all are comfortable and able to make it, that by the time my birthday arrives, I am physically and emotionally drained. So this year, I want to try something different. I want you to make an effort and plan my whole birthday for me. If you can call, text, and ask for my assistance any given time, day or night, you can do this. And if most of you, excluding those who actually helped me out a lot last year, can leave me with more than half the check, you sure as hell can chip in and make me feel special. Over the years, I have overextended myself to a lot of you, but all the while feeling unappreciated. So now I'm being blunt. This is what I want, and if you don't come through for me, we're done. You have 6 weeks to prove you care about me. Start now. Lady, you need to calm down. Typical gear. Just typical. Yeah, Karen open Icelandic wool. Yeah, that's totally fine.
The first Karen. This is for bicycles only, you plebeians.
Secret Karen training manual. The little engine that could. I think I can do whatever I want.
Found this review of a fire station while trying to find directions to meet up with a buddy.
We appreciate the service, but the inhabitants close to the firehouse, who are among children, the elderly, disabled people in general, we ask that you please try to consider that they do not work with the sirens at such high noise. They can work with the lights or with no, they do the sirens so people get out of the way, man. Karens, let me speak to your manager. My God, they all have little yippy dogs. They're unstoppable. Sensitive sausage having us soak over some stuffed toys. Thumbs down. How dare you? How dare you? Oh my God. It's funny. Calm down, lady. Calm down. Van Karen is a Lord of the Rings fan. Tell me, where is your manager? For I much desire to speak with him. If you hear the ice in my cup, your tip is disappearing. What does that mean? I don't get it at all.
Karen shames a small business for not allowing her to be late to her appointment.
Not sure who else has had experience with this place, but all I can say is I'll never return. It was our first time, waited 2 days to get an appointment, arrived at 6:17, 2 minutes after appointment, and we're told we were late and nobody was with the next customer. However, she took this customer just as we walked in. I've never in my life been turned away for 2 minutes late. Apparently they have a 5-minute grace period. Wouldn't even look at us. This is horrible customer service. I like supporting small business, but this one I will not. What a shame. My hair can't look like a Karen's anymore. WTH is a Karen supposed to do if the manager herself is also a Karen? My God. Karen versus Karen. Who shall reign supreme? Couple hate Last Christmas by Wham. So much they're trying to buy the song rights so they can take it off the air. Okay. I hate Christmas also. I genuinely hate Christmas music. I just despise it. But what is wrong with you? Go to hell. The statue at the top of the Texas State Capitol building looks like a mean freaking Karen. Yeah, it does. I wouldn't want to be the manager this one wants to speak to. I'll tell you what. Karen finds the smell of donuts too tempting. What? Sorry, we are temporarily restricted from making donuts as someone complained about the donut smell in the air. We are working to resolve as possible. Really? Wow.
Karen leaves a review and gets corrected and still thinks she's right.
Worst managed facility, cool attractions for the kids, but they messed up our passes and then made us spend 45 minutes talking with management, time lost, and did nothing to fix it. Wasted time, wasted money, not much fun when you have toddlers and are on a schedule. Don't recommend. Thanks for the response. Management, glad you know how much time it took to resolve rather than me. The one with the 3 kids, appreciate you being in the know and looking after things. Looks like everyone else can just leave their watches at home too. I am so sorry to hear about the mix-up with your pass day. As per our cameras, the manager took less than 10 minutes to get everything squared away and was able to get everything restored to your card. You were still able to use your full 5-hour unlimited pass, which is what you paid for. Mix-up happened. We try to do the best we can, and we are always seeking to make experiences better. We are sorry that you were unhappy, but she still has to be right.
This guy's got the right idea.
Yep, get fricked, Karen. I like that. Seems legit. Karen interpreter. I'll take that job.
Karen mad about parents.
So, my brother goes to an elementary school. There's a wild Karen who hates that parents are picking up their kids, as the pickup area is on her street. This may be acceptable, but she has gone up to people's cars and yelling at parents. She's called and harassed the principal, protested online, even tried for a lawsuit once. I believe my dad has encountered her on a hunt for prey. She went up to his car, knocked on the window to lure in the query, then striked, yelling at him and going crazy over him, daring to bring his child home from school. My dad escaped with his life, and she's still hunting to this day. She claims so many lives. Madame Karen restaurant in France.
Oh, Madame Karen, we will serve you the spit in the bucket.
No, all of us kind, loving, respectful Karens need to rebel against this misguided use of our name. And that makes you a Karen. I don't even have to keep reading. Bye, boomer. I got called Karen earlier, but I really don't think that I was being a Karen. There was a post on social media about celebs who had their nudes leaked. A girl commented saying, well, most of them have been nude in movies anyway, so what's the difference? I replied saying, the difference is consent. She responded saying, well, I've already seen them naked in movies, so what does it matter if their nudes are leaked? To which I replied saying, once again, the difference is consent. I really hope you understand what consent means. Okay, Karen. Like, I really don't get why they think I was being a Karen, because consent is obviously a Karen thing. Oh wait, no, it's not. This girl's the Karen. Actually, she's just dumb. She's just dumb. Order you for a local bar and grill. I was there to place an order for food, and I was early, so I understood that. I told her I would have a margarita while I wait, and she just pretty much ignored me. 2 people walked in, and she said, we're not ready for people yet. She could have told me I wasn't going to get my drink before 11. Blank is a bunch of poop. Tell you the truth, she had nothing else to do. Lazy, lazy, lazy. I will never go back in there again. Yes, please don't come back. You came before we were open and are mad because you didn't get served. You must have really needed a margarita. This is a ridiculous review. Do you suppose if you banged on the door of another business before they open, they would just let you in and serve you before they were open? Good grief, I've seen it all now. Bro, this is just the start. You want a business. Good luck, buddy. Local Karen's angry gas station is closed on Christmas Eve, the day after a really bad snowstorm swept through. It's still advised to stay home if you can help it because of the roads. Just went to UDF. It says they are open until 11. Doors are locked and the people inside are saying they are closed. Unreal. On Christmas Eve, do better. I got pulled over for changing my tire at 4 a.m. on Christmas Eve. You don't hear me complain online about it. I thought it was funny. Funeral home Karen needed the money. Funeral home owner jailed after selling body parts for over 500 victims. Sometimes you just can't process what you just read, and I processed it, and I've lost faith in humanity. Cheerio, Karen. I'm at Sobeys, and I'm at the self-checkout scanning my groceries. The woman walks in, puts her stuff at a till, only scans the Cheerios, pays for them, and leaves. Best part, security tries to bring her back and make her pay, but she body-checked the guard and ran. Karen's on a whole new level. Cheerio. This is the fortune from my fortune cookie. Don't accept that others know better than you. Yeah, never have an open horizon or anything like that. You are perfect the way you are. You're a Karen, and you love it. We're giving children free healthcare. We're giving them free food, free emotional support. That's dangerous. That's communism when you think about it. Rebecca something, conservative Christian activist. Fox News guests, children don't deserve free food because that's communism. Calling out Karens in the local paper. You can't make me, they say. Do you smoke inside buildings? No. Do you wear a seatbelt? Yes. Do you stop at red lights and stop signs? Yes. Why? Because the government makes laws for public safety, and because decent people in civilized societies show respect and care for fellow human beings, even if it's not the law. You can't make me is the response a young child having a tantrum makes to their parents who are trying to teach them to be responsible, good, caring people. Citizenship carries both rights and responsibilities. Wear a mask. Thank you. Lovely welcome on my way into Burton this morning. Not sarcasm. It's getting ridiculous. And know that the people responsible for this should be fired immediately. It's 100% unacceptable. I put my complaint on your council. Go back to SUV, you idiots. We are supposed to be in lockdown. Do you want to speak to a manager, Karen? I love that. Tried my new mask argument with a taxi driver. Wasn't wearing one and was angry about mine. I like the anonymity. I said, we're the most surveilled country on earth. They're listening to us through our phones to sell us crap. I don't want to be watched. Put his mask on. Out crazied. There you go. Anonymity. Yeah, that's how you say that. Found on my car. Karen offended by my ILUV license plate. The DNC equals dance. You love DNC? Good to know. There's a God-hating baby killer in the neighborhood. I'm shocked are not driving an environment-killing electric vehicle. Bad words I can't say on YouTube. Statue honoring those who brave men, women who refuse to wear a mask. Wah! Passenger, why should I have to wear a mask if yours works? Damn good point. Off headlights. What are you doing? It's dark. Chill, the other cars have them on. Quiet down. I demand absolute censorship of the K-word on Twitter. If my demands are not met, me and millions other women will delete their accounts. I see this as an absolute win. Can we also get the Bradleys, the Karen's husbands off also? I like to speak to the manager and the police. I like to speak to the police manager. Yeah. I'll keep observing Columbus Day, thanks. What do you do to observe Columbus Day? Get lost in a grocery store looking for spices? Military spouse counts as service now. My friend is hiring for his company, and this resume came in. Military spouse. She's dead serious. LMAO, get the frick out of here. Yeah. Are you serious? So after leaving the drive-thru today, I took my sandwich out of the bag and we see this. Seriously? Not today. I went back to the restaurant, went inside, already fuming, asked to speak to the manager, and then threw the sandwich on the counter. I asked him for an explanation. He looked confused, so I pointed at the writing on the sandwich and demanded that he tells me why someone felt the need to write it on my sandwich. He answered, because you ordered a BLT with cheese. To which I replied, oh, BLTG. Oh my god, that's great. The fact that some people go to a restaurant and treat the staff like crap is freaking hilarious. You choose to go out to eat. If you feel the need to be rude while you're waiting for your food, stay the frick home and yell at your microwave. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, please make more movies. I love you. You're so lovable. This was on Adult Swim last night. Adult Swim may contain certain material some Karens might not find suitable, so just leave. Karen jokes aren't funny anymore. Karen Glasner. More like Karen can sniff my asthma. We have names for toxic people. Karen, Kyle, etc. This is a petition to make Steve the official name for wholesome people. Please, mate. Steve Owen deserves this. Same with Steve Buscemi. And Steve from Minecraft. And the Steve guy from
We are number one.
Anyone minding their own business. Karens. And I took that personally, so I went in there and I smacked him around and asked for the manager and got arrested. People say Karens are entitled, but we're not. Insist Karens, who started a petition and went on the TV to complain about people using the name Karen fictitiously, is what is perhaps the most Karen thing any Karen has ever Karened. Freedom of speech isn't freedom from repercussions. That's why everyone who works retail doesn't tell you to go frick yourself. To the individual who stole the bike previously here, if you have a shred of decency, you will return it with a new lock and re-evaluate your life choices. Hey bozo, it's illegal to lock your bike to a handicap pole. Check with the city for your bike. They probably removed it so it would not block a wheelchair-accessible van, you dummy. Me and this little old Mexican lady were talking in Spanish, and this old white snitch in a wheelchair said,
We're in America, why don't you speak English?
And then little Mexican lady told her, you have legs, why don't you walk? I nearly died. I gave her free coffee. God, I love that lady. Just heard an American woman angrily tell an airport employee, if you don't speak English, then why are you working here? Ma'am, you're in Shangri-La, China. GOP state senator made to sit in plexiglass box after refusing to wear a mask. I'm fine with this. If that's what she wants to do, good for her. Me, speaks a foreign language to my friend in a coffee shop. Karen,
this is America, speak English.
We don't have a set word or language, I'm just saying, but whatever, dude, just calm down. You probably just lost a lot of followers for this one. Stick to comedy. Hey, frick you, Karen. Two Karens claiming they can't wear a mask. I have a bullet wound through my lung, and I'm wearing a mask. Then church is over, and you're on your way to verbally assault a waitress. Yes, it's a Karen special. I had a really unfortunate encounter with a mother today who was adamant C-sections were bad somehow, and, she goes, it is not real delivery. And I am so sorry to the collective whole of society because all I could think of was to say, well, what the frick is it? DiGiorno? It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Today in New Zealand, our kids go back to school because we have a compassionate government and we listen to science. Yay! This is the biggest flex of 2020. I love how happy this mom looks. Knock it off, stop. We are doing the best we can with the staff we have. They're busy getting screamed at or cleaning up body fluids from teen TikTok trends. It is not the government causing the problem. It is the customers making it impossible to work in the service industry. Would you wait on you for a 5% tip? You are welcome to go elsewhere if this hurts your feelings. Thanks to those who choose to be kind. I love TikTokers and Karens who hate on service industry people. It's the best. Dear every cashier in America, the proper response to thank you is you're welcome, not a no problem, and you're supposed to thank me. Millennials are so entitled. Actually, the you're welcome / no problem issue is simply a linguistic misunderstanding. Older people tend to say you're welcome, younger people tend to say no problem. This is because for older people, the act of helping or assisting someone is seen as a task that is not expected of them, but is them doing extras, so it's saying I accept your thanks because I know I deserve it. No problem, however, is used because younger people feel not only that helping or assisting someone is a given and expected, but also that it should be stressed that your need for help was no burden on them, even if it was. Basically, older people think help is a gift you give. Younger people think help is an expectation required of them. To accommodate anti-maskers, we have provided this space away from everyone else where you can stare at your reflection since apparently you're the only person you care about.
I want my fiancé to get rid of his 5-year-old daughter.
Hello, relationship rules. Please keep me anonymous. I need some advice from your followers. My 32-year-old fiancé has a 5-year-old daughter. Her mother passed away when she was giving birth to her. He has been raising her ever since he lost his wife, with the help of his family, of course. I am now in the picture, and we're going to get married in 2023, and I'm 6 months pregnant with his son. I'm not the stepmother type, so I know I won't treat his daughter the same way I would treat our son. To be quite honest, she annoys me. She looks exactly like her mother, so she constantly reminds me, my fiancé, of his dead wife, and she is very attached to her daddy, which makes me afraid that my son will not be able to bond with his father because of her. Basically, I want to tell my fiancé to get rid of her. She can live with her grandparents, or we can find her a nice couple that wants to adopt a child. I don't know how to approach the situation, but I need to find a way to convince my fiancé to get rid of her. I'm not a bad person, I'm just trying to look out for my son and make sure that he will get all his father's attention that he deserves. Please help. Are you a psychopath? What is wrong with you? Have you ever been to a restaurant that does not give you the change when you pay the cash? My bill was $47.20. I gave the waitress $100 and she only gave me back $53. I called the manager, which was our waitress. She said, "We don't usually carry change." I told her to give me my $100 back and I'll pay her with a credit card. 80 cents would not kill me, but it's the principle. If they do this to everyone that pays cash over a year, that could be a lot of money in their pocket. I'd redo the math, Karen. I want a reality show where people who don't tip have to work a double at a restaurant with a huge outdoor patio during brunch on the first nice day of the year, and of course not make any money. People who wear glasses watching Karens complain about the minor inconveniences of wearing a mask. If the people who call everyone else sheep could stop taking livestock medication, that'd be great. Yeah, that would be great.
Honey, come look. I found some information all the world's top scientists and doctors missed.
What was your best "you're speaking to the manager right now" moment? A friend of mine, she was getting chewed out over something or other. Finally, the woman loudly demanded to see the manager, so she shrugged and got the manager. Manager comes out all confused. Angry woman demands my friend get fired. Manager is very confused, but man, I can't do that. She is the owner. Gang markings. I have seen this marking on at Ward Parkway drain since March. Is this a symbol of gang territory? What is the best way to clean or safety remove? These are utility markings. You can contact at KSMO311 about work being done in the area. Yes. At Dollar General, this boomer started bitching at the cashier because the card reader thing froze up, and I said, "Hey, give her a break, it's not her fault." Then when she started snitching at me, everyone in the line started yelling at her, and she left in tears, and it made me happy. Don't making people cry shouldn't make you happy, even if they are evil.
Here's the game my son wants. I'm going to ignore these stickers saying it's for adults and become outraged when I see adult content.
Karen Halloween costume sparked backlash among shoppers. That lady, the reporter, looks angry. Yesterday, why should I study science, biology, physics? It is useless. I will never use it. I will not be a scientist. Today,
5G gives cancer vaccines and mind control chips for the new world order. The earth is flat. I saw it on YouTube.
In the early 1900s, Marshall Field's department store hired professional scapegoats or fired men whose only job was to take the blame and be fired to appease disgruntled customers. Yes, disgruntled. They're like disgruntled, except it's pronounced by an idiot called Cougar.
Help me take my mask off.
But you'll die.
I have rights, Luke.
Fact, if the Earth was 10 feet closer to the sun, we would all burn up, and if it was 10 feet further, we would freeze to death. God is amazing. Wow, that's crazy. I know, amen. To anyone wondering, that's not true. One Earth's orbit is elliptical, and the distance from the sun varies from around 147 million kilometers to 152 kilometers on any given year. Every star has a habitable zone that is affected by the size of the star and its intensity. The sun's habitable zone is about 0.95 AU to 1.37 AU, and AU is the Earth's average distance from the sun. 93 million miles. So Earth's orbit could decrease by 450,000 miles or increase by 34 million miles and still be in the habitable zone. If you claim this was true, any moderately sized earthquake could take us out of the habitable zone. Sorry. Okay, that's cool and all, but don't ever comment on my status telling me that I am wrong ever again. I didn't ask you. Did I answer? No. When seatbelts were first introduced in 1968, there were idiots who insisted they infringe on their freedoms and would physically cut them out of the cars. We make fun of those people now. Can you guess who we'll be making fun of in 2072? I don't think they'll care. They'll be dead. Vinziveta forgets us one sauce packet when her kid wrecks a restaurant. Oh, he's so adorable. Dear Yelp, stop letting Karens kill restaurants because of third-party delivery apps issues. It's not the restaurant's fault. Our soccer ref didn't show up, so one of the moms on a team had her 9-year-old son ref for us. He had a whistle, and a completely adult woman on the other team argued with one of his calls, and he yellow carded her in front of everyone, and she had to sit in her car to calm down. That's great. Ellen DeGeneres reportedly once called Steve Jobs to complain about her iPhones. She just lives in an incredibly privileged bubble. New York Post, these face masks come with a straw hole to sipping cocktails. These condoms come with a hole to pee through. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. It's only pee hole. We survived a pandemic. We'll survive your crappy shitty Yelp review. Aliens watching another episode of Crap Show Earth. Mask it or casket, Karen. Did you know that if a restaurant messes up your order, you can simply say, "Oh, I actually had blank," instead of screaming at the 16-year-old employee, and they will still fix it for you? Yeah. Interesting letter received today. This is going to be from the desk of a former longtime customer. Sir/ma'am, I have been a customer since the 1980s when I first obtained my driver's license. If I were to add up the monetary number of all the hard-shell tacos I consumed, it would be in thousands of dollars. I visited your store recently to purchase 3 hard-shell tacos, being informed my bill would be over $5. I asked the female to repeat costs. I said no thanks. I departed, making no purchase. I recall paying 69 cents for this poor Mexican street... Okay, nope, not touching that. Karen decides that children fun isn't enough of a reason to have a treehouse. Dear anonymous passerby, don't worry, you're safe now. Your act of casual cruelty was successful. The complaint you lodged with the HOA was heard. They had me take down this small tree fort that I built on this location with my sons during the pandemic. No longer will its presence offend your walk past my house. Please enjoy your stroll, free from the sound of my children's play and laughter. They are safely back inside now, watching television. I'm sure enjoy the unobstructed view of my backyard. I will try to keep it up to code. Best, Dave, kiss my booty. Moms should get a fast pass to the front line of the coffee shops. Honey, you're 22 and slept 10 hours last night. Get to the back of the line. Imagine thinking that you deserve special treatment for getting eyed LMAO. You only get that from your man, if you're lucky. This unhinged Karen, who hit and bit flight attendants and other passengers on American Airlines flight last July and was tied and duct taped to her seat, was fined $82,000. Let's go! Karen, if you don't study, you'll end up like him. This construction worker makes 3 times her salary. Okay, cool. Yeah, kid, you want a job? I'll take you away from your crappy mom and, you'll make a lot of money. It's hard work, but hey, it's money. Mississippi Senator Karen wants the old Confederate flag back. New Mississippi San Catherine Chasm is calling for the state to bring back its old Confederate-themed state flag. A lot of our people fought and died under that flag, the Union Country Republicans said at a political rally. Do you understand what that flag stands for? Like, I get it. Some people don't think it is tied to that, but maybe don't bring that flag. Make a new flag. There you go. Car beeps need to stop or I'm calling the cops. Stop locking your cars after 8 p.m. Some of us have small children and would appreciate it if you locked your car without the beep beep noise before 8 p.m. If it's not an option, then at least disarm the beep beep noise from under your hood. I've heard from numerous neighbors, myself included, it's unwanted and unneeded. Once you have parked your car, lock it and be done. It's not an all-night routine unless you're coming to my home to put my children back to sleep on your hidden drugs in your car. What? So, what did that come from? So please stop. I already have one neighbor on my radar for drugs, and I will call the police if it continues. Have some respect. There are families that live here. Thanks. I'm not gonna lie. I purposely drive loud through my community when people like this exist. Like, seriously, there's a Facebook page that said, oh, this one person is driving a Twim. Guess what? I work late at night. Frick off. Karen wants American accents only. I don't like that on press tour she's using her Aussie accent as to let others know she's good at or something because her American English sounds fine. If she here on a working visa, she lives and works in Hollywood, and that's where they... Oh my God, you need to shut your mouth. Neighbor of mine a few years ago. I was around 12 at the time, my sister was 9, and we would go outside a lot and fly kites and play. Our neighbor always stayed inside and never spoke to us. One day when we went outside, we, my sister, me, and my dad, saw her shake her fist at my sister. Our dad went to confront her about it and immediately started screaming about, "This is a free country!" Well, me being 12 walked up to her and I say, "It's a free country, then leave us alone." She called the cops on us because of bad behavior. We moved out a couple weeks later. I would have just kept bothering her and made her move out personally. I think Karen owns this place. Airbnb guest. Oh boy, this should be good. Visitors strictly not allowed without prior permission from me. That's understandable. No, that's a part of Airbnb rules. No use of washing machine or kitchen for guests staying less than 4 days. Washing machine use only every 4 days for long-term guests. That's not a part of Airbnb. No cooking or washing machine used for guests staying less than 4 days. Okay, yeah, no, you need to state that on Airbnb and read the, user agreement again. Cashier makes a teeny insignificant mistake. Dumb customer. What are you doing? That's not what you're supposed to do, you dummy. I bet I could do your job better than you. Store creates self-checkout stations. The same dumb customer. What the hell is this? This is not our job to pack our own groceries. Oh, the horror. Do you know where your teenagers are? We attend a gym at blank and have found many of them teenagers making out in their cars in the parking garage. Just thought we'd let parents know. Wow, there's 68 answers. That's weird. Employee on break should have helped Karen. Employee wouldn't answer my question because she was on break? I have 99 out of 100 had wonderful interactions with Costco employees. I'm not even mad about this one, just confused. There was a camping chair that was under 2 price tags. Wasn't sure which one it was. An employee was walking by and I said, "Hey, quick question." And before I could ask it, she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on break. I forgot to take my name tag off." took it off and kept walking. Then, to make it even weirder, she spent her break chatting to another coworker on break, sitting on 2 patio chairs right next to the chair I was going to ask about. I didn't say anything or complain because it wasn't a huge deal, just kind of socially odd since she could have answered my question faster than it took for her to explain she was on break. Guess what? They're on break. They get very little breaks. It's time to probably 30 minutes. Leave them alone if they want to be left alone. Mike Karen in the wild. Oh boy, this is going to be good. So I'm buying a house, and part of the process happened today. I had a guy out from a pest control company, and at the end he told me this story. His company does inspections, but if you sign up for monthly termite control, they do it for free. The catch is that due to the program they use, they have to charge you 0.01 for the inspection. No problem, right? Well, apparently, to one dude, it was a problem. He said, "You're charging me a penny? I thought the inspection was free." Some people's kids, man. Technically, like, legally, if they say it's free, they can't charge you a penny. I will just say that, like, it's a Better Business Bureau thing. But yeah, dude, it's a penny. Just let it go. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm broke, and I'd give the penny. Just go look for one outside. Who's managing this place, then? Karen's Cafe. It's a Karen on Karen war every day. Free upgrade to first class. Karen's gets kicked out from the plane. Bro, I love getting free upgrades to first class and sitting next to a Karen that hates that I'm, like, dressed like a hobo. It's so great. The latest review of the small-town BBQ restaurant I work at. To those of us that have meat allergies, they are terrible and poisonous, smoking their meat outside in the parking lot where us poor folk with allergies and no AC are forced to breathe it. Some of us are extremely fume reactive. I myself have severe spasms after sitting there for just a minute. Please, God, make them go away. Atmosphere 1. Wow, I would give the atmosphere 10 if you would leave. Male Karen will call the police if you decorate your yard with skeletons. Hey everyone, I have a few words for our community. Also, I can't respond to comments, so if you agree, please DM me your comment on my page. So here it goes. If you want the ugliest yard in the neighborhood, just put up a Halloween decoration symbol. What kind of modern society wants to see dead bodies and such? I wish some people would grow up and have some class. We are better than this. Why not decorate with beautiful things? Isn't the purpose of a decoration to be beautiful? Let's be different, let's get creative, and let's not let retail stores trick us into buying the ugly stuff they want to sell us. Seriously, who wants to store a skeleton in their closet for most of the year? I do. If we stop buying this stuff, maybe we won't have to look at it in the stores either. That would be nice. If I see any untasteful decorations here, I will be contacting the authorities. Thanks. I'm not joking, so please stop saying I am. Why would I joke about something so serious? This really affects my family and community. Be more empathetic towards others. Thanks. Guess what? My neighbor literally has a skeleton in a bikini sitting on a John Deere tractor, and it makes me smile. Karen messages first to let me know I'm on thin ice. I'm willing to talk to you if you do not make those stupid faces on your profile pic. Honestly, what woman would be interested in that? So you should be happy that I'm actually giving you a second chance. You were supposed to put your best foot forward, and that is not it. Why would you initiate a conversation with me by making such a rude statement? With all due respect, go, play with yourself. Scientifically proven facts. Karen's Facebook feed about alternative medicine. Can we put a picture of my brother here even though no one knows what he looks like? Yeah, because he's like that. UPS Karen. Oh boy. Short story. Ran out on my lunch break to drop off a package at the UPS store down the road. 2 people ahead of me, a guy who was finishing up and a Karen. When Karen got to the counter, she was very upset to learn that her label was not prepared. She, of course, immediately started berating the poor worker about how it's supposed to be prepared and she isn't paying. Poor guy kept his composure and explained that the company she was returning it from needed to provide the label and that unfortunately she could not be helped unless she paid for shipping. She ripped her package out of his hands, called him useless, and stormed out. I handed my package and said sorry she was a snitch. He just shrugged and said, happens all the time. I mean, the UPS got to deal with some angry people, I'll tell you that. Imagine having real problems. I hate to be that woman, but I had to take the buckle store manager aside today and tell her that I did not appreciate her teenage salespeople referring to me as girl, as in, what you looking for today, girl? Or, oh, girl, you should try that on. Let them speak how they want to. I got yelled at a manager for walking up to tables when I was a waiter and be like, hey, guys, what can I get you? And they told me I couldn't use that type of language anymore. I didn't even understand what I was doing wrong. Karen blocks view from cheap seats at Reds game. I mean, okay. I think every business should have a sign like this. We refuse the right to refuse service to anyone. Damn right, baby. Damn right. Unfortunately for everyone, the Karen is of the absolute and unshakable belief that everything she does not like is illegal, to the point of arguing with cops when they arrive, and then the judge and their own lawyer. God himself could come down and try to talk sense to her, and it would not accompany anything to the Karen. Only Karen is all-knowing, but even other Karens aren't all-knowing. I'm a Karen. I don't hold grudges. I remember facts. Facebook facts about alternative medicine that's going to get you and your kids killed? Yep, okay. Karens that's successfully destroying a minimum wage employee's career. I'll finally rest and watch the sunrise on a grateful universe. I've done the world a favor by getting this stock boy fired. How do I destroy nature that is interfering with my walks in nature? I walk my dogs around blank pond and have noticed the pond is being taken over by lily pads. Is there anything that can be done to get rid of them? Leave the lily pads. They're good for wildlife. Next door Karen mad that lawn is being mowed at ungodly hour of 10 a.m. 10 a.m. doesn't seem that early. Please don't use this laundry. It started 10 o'clock. Dude, it's 10 a.m. It's not that early. Just sleep through it. Karen of the year. Meet Susan Licorice is what I'm going to call her. She stole A. Jake Owen's 10-year-old son's iPad. Licorice returned it by throwing it at him. Licorice later threw a roller skate at the boy, hitting him. The boy confronted Licorice. She opened her door and swung an umbrella at him. He told his mom. The mom went to Licorice's home, knocked on the door, and she burst through the door, murdering Owens. The cops let it go initially due to Florida's standard ground laws until public outrage boiled over. Name something more American. No, that's not more American. That's not even more Florida. That's just terrible person. The note left on my friend's car that was parked on a public street. Hello. Would you be so kind as to park further down the street past the lamppost so as to not hinder our privacy and enjoyment of our property, as you are currently parking outside our kitchen and family room? Thank you in advance for your very kind cooperation and understanding with Shut up, Karen. Shut up. No, I'll park here with my ugly 97 Honda. Princess Karen of the road. A Karen is visiting Sedona, sad for us all. She also owns the roads in Arizona. So when I'm changing lanes and she is behind me, I need to ask her royal arsonist for permission. Silly me. Must have slipped my mind. But don't worry, folks. She had time to drive beside me and threaten me and scream her little heart out for 2 lights. Isn't she special? I feel so lucky to have encountered such a fine example of Karen. Her club must be so proud, or her kingdom of road. Cutting out the middleman. Fitting rooms are closed. Please don't be rude to our associate. Las Verdes estén cerrados. I hope I said that right. Actual lady named Karen wants the school to segregate children with allergies so her son can eat peanut butter sandwiches. Just a friendly reminder that the school is a peanut-free zone. If you send your child to school with peanut products, they will be disposed of. Thank you. Great idea. Can't you just have the kids with peanut allergies eat in a secluded area? Oh my god, just don't send them with a peanut butter sandwich. No, why? She's gonna ask for the manager. Oh no, she's gonna ask for the chickenger. Ew, I stepped in poop. Karens. Offensive bumper sticker. Oh dear god, here we go. This happened back when I was in college, about 20 years ago. On the back of my 89 Tempo, sweet ride, I had a bumper sticker that said, "Unless you're a hemorrhoid, get off my booty." Driving back from school, I noticed an SUV that seemed to be following me. I thought nothing of it at the time until I got home. The Karen in the SUV pulled up next to me as I got out of my car to state that my bumper sticker was offensive to her child and that I had to remove it. I pointed out that she had been following me for 40 minutes and exposed her child to this offensive material. She demanded I show her my license because she would call the cops and arrest me. I just flipped her the bird and went inside. What a great day for Karen fighters. Sign posted at my local florist. Just to let you know, in this florist store, we have 50 plus years of combined floristry experience, so we know things. Everything we do is individually different from the last one, and no two are exactly the same. Nothing beautiful is instant. Beauty takes time. Your time requirements are not ours, and your waiting Uber are not our responsibility. We are always happy to see you, not so much if you need something before we open or even after we have closed. Simple is about 20 minutes. Loving is a 45. Stunning 2 to 4 hours. Fantastic, huge, amazing is after lunch tomorrow. We are not National Exhibit, and we are not here to help add content to your Insta. Leave your phone in your bag or have some manners and ask. We have the phone connected so you can call, and we have the internet too. Try our website to order online, or you can send us an email. Karen Bingo! I'm a single mom. Think about the children. Give that to my child. Threatens to call police. Entitled. Free space. Awesome. Refuses to pay for items. We go to church. Ooh. Something about Satan/the devil. Facebook used to be backup claims. Homophobic or something negative about LGBTQIA. Wait, what's the LGBTQIA? Is that a new thing? Oh, okay, cool. New letters. Male Karen gives death threats. So, this was in 2021 when I was working at Six Flags Great Adventure. I wasn't working at this job for long. In fact, it was my second day working. I was working in the foods department and was stuck in the busiest place in the Hurricane Harbor. I was in charge of giving people cups and snacks when asked, and it was packed. The part that was mentioned started when we ran out of ice in the machine. It was probably over 90 degrees that day, and we had a whole line of people waiting for it. I was only 15 at the time and not even trained enough to touch the ice machine, so it was empty for a small while. It was at that point that our Karen in question yells, "Where the frick is the damn ice?" I tried to explain to him that we are very busy and it is going to be done soon, but he didn't like that answer. Upon hearing it, he yells, "Well, guess what then? I'm gonna get my mother frickin' ice, and then I'm going to get to you." At which point he tried to run behind the counter. I ran into the back of the kitchen and the adult workers got him restrained. At which point security got him kicked out. Needless to say, I went home early that day. I wasn't paid for that trauma though. The Karen who wants to ruin somebody's day. Some poor employee, please, no, I just work at a stocking shelves, please, miss, I'm sorry. Karen is at it again. God, people say no to the mental fest happening in Jackson, Tennessee. God's people said no. Oh my God, shut up. The sales girl can't even look me in the eye. Earlier, I was in the dressing room of my favorite upscale resale shop trying on dresses and listening to the rap station they had on. I thought it was an odd choice, but didn't have a problem until an X-rated, unedited DMX song came on with the N-word, D-word, P-word, I wonder what that word is, and all sorts of horrible lyrics. I yelled from the dressing room, "Really? Do you think this song is appropriate?" Then I came out wearing a dress, not even zipped in back, and unleashed my inner alpha female. Oh dear God, alpha female. "Excuse me, do you think this song matches our clientele? The words are very inappropriate. Could you skip the song, please?" A pink-haired girl finally looks up and says she can switch the station. I thank her and return to the dressing room, where she proceeds to play the rest of the entire song. I'm in the dressing room yelling, "Really? I'm an alpha female." By now, my inner Latina is all fired up. Finally, the station is changed to 90s alternative. I buy all 4 dresses and clutch a purse. As I'm checking out, I say, "Thank you for switching the station. Good choice." Pink-haired girl ignores me. Then I explain to the blonde-haired girl that the DMX song was just over the top. She says, "Have a good day." No apology. I wish them a good weekend, but they can't even look me in the eye as an alpha female. Attention manager, Karen is coming to see you soon. That's not a Karen. That's Edna from The Incredibles, the world's greatest Karen. Run, manager, run! This comment was under a video on Facebook of me proposing to my girlfriend. I'm also a girl, so I guess they had an issue with that. Awesome, congratulations. Oh, wow, wonderful, congrats. You're all woke, sad world we live in. It's spelled your. If you're going to be a hater, you can at least get it right. I like how the last guy's just like, "Oh, still celebrate." Karen posts about her hardships in community chat. "Just a little vent here. Went to a local cash store/supply and really needed to use the restroom. Drank a bunch of iced tea at lunch with alcohol in it, but the restroom was broken. Trying to send me down to the store next to them or 2 stores down. I feel like if you're a small business and you want people to shop there for any length of time, your restroom shouldn't be broken. I wonder how the employees use the restroom. So I left without buying anything. That is a pet peeve." Edit to say, apparently the bathroom was actually broken, as someone posted here. I guess I automatically assume that's the stock answer. Also is give when asked. Yeah, dude, you need to calm down. Bathrooms break. My toilet broke the other day. It just happens. Said she's gonna call the manager. Calls the cops instead. "Hi, I'm Karen. Good to meet ya." Karen gets angry that animals exist. "I'm sick and tired of all these cats getting on top of my brand new truck and laying on it. They need to do more than just fix the cats. There's still an abundance of stray cats and people who let their cats roam, and I'm sick of them being on top of my vehicles. It's getting out of hand. I will say this, a stray cat really can't do anything about. If someone's pet cat is on your truck and scratches it, that is the owner's responsibility." Karen from down the street looks through my trash, complaining that it's out the night before trash day. I leave for work at 4:30. "Can you not, lady? Like, what the flip-flap is wrong with you?" "Hey, old lady who stole our store mat, you should probably just bring it back. That's super weird, and you're way too old for this crap." Yeah, that's a mega Karen right there. Met the ultimate Karen today while paying my taxes. She lives, she laughs, she loves, and her name is Karen. Oh, dear God, I feel bad for you. The Karen Stronghold. First Karen Baptist. I'm sorry, it's the first Karen part, not the church part. "Good afternoon, ladies. What can I start you off with today? Coffee, cocktails, the manager?" This is not funny. I mean, that is kind of mean to just make fun of their appearances. They could be nice people. The only Karen I know is the biggest anti-Karen I know. Oh, dear God, here we go. So there's this one friend I have. I met her a few months ago, and we did a lot together and have a great time. The only thing about her is she's a Karen, and before anyone starts feeling sorry for me, now, she is called Karen. She's actually one of the nicest people I have ever met. The greatest thing about her, though, is that she hates the Karen personality more than anyone else. Whenever she sees a Karen on the street or in a shop acting like a grown-up baby, she calls her out until the Karen leaves. I have the suspect, I think you mean I suspect, she's acting like this because she is called Karen for herself. I don't mind that she's basically hunting Karens wherever we go, but it amuses me to see a girl named Karen calling out real Karens. Makes my day every time. Good for that Karen. Best of all Karen. Should lead them to a better day. Young Karen on Instagram makes a post asking her followers to help her harass people at a Pride event this weekend. Then a week later, she complains that 2 gay customers didn't tip her well. Yeah, I'm not touching this one. Our police department absolutely meant to call her Karen, and kudos to going and supporting him. These young boys had a lemonade stand set up at blank and were told by a citizen that they had to have a business license. The boys packed up the lemonade stand and came to the police department to ask if they were breaking the law. We assured them they were fine to continue. We decided to go show our support once they were set back up. As a reminder, a business license is not needed by children for lemonade stands. License exemption: the provision of the title shall not be deemed or constructed to require a business license for a business that is operated only occasionally and by an individual who is under 18. And yes, we meant to call her a Karen. Karen, when she's told there's 2 orders ahead of her before she gets her coffee.
I need my mocha latte now.